On this particular episode, I wanted to tackle two particular subjects that I saw. One, I saw it yesterday of a young lady that is stuck in Durban after the Durban July weekend.
Kimo Durban, some lodge. I came with some guy from Mpumalanga.
And of a prophetess who, when she claimed to be called and started her church, many people tried to warn her, saying, you haven't studied, you haven't learned, you just immediately become a church leader. That's delusional. And now that lady is possibly going to be spending 15 years in prison because of ignorance. That's what it is, because of pure straight out ignorance. But on this video, I want to talk about it. When a person has no sense of danger, like when a person completely comes to a position where they don't sense it, like they just don't have a view of it, they can't see it, there is nothing that tells them that there is danger, and that's what the subject that I want to talk about on this episode is. It's a reality show with daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments. I'm still at Change Radio Studios, and I wanted to talk about this in line of this particular subject because I think it's quite an interesting one. Now, if you haven't seen the stories that I'm talking about, let me start first with let's start with the prophetess. So there was this lady by the name of Agradaa. That's how she was known, Nana Agradaa. She's from Ghana. So one of the stories is from Ghana. The other one is in Durban at the Durban July thingy. She is originally from Limpopo. Okay? And so I'll come back to that. So the Nana Agradaa lady from Ghana, a couple of years back, she was a sangoma, like a juju person and all those kind of things. And so that's what she did for the longest of time. She was known to be, the people used to say she's a scammer in that particular space. So a while ago, she got arrested. She got in trouble with the law. And when she came out, she said, you know what? She is now born again. Went from being a juju person, a scamming juju person, to I'm born again and having a church and I have a calling in less than 2 weeks. One of the scams that she pulled was a money doubling scheme. And in that money doubling scheme, she was trying to target people that were money hungry, greedy, hungry type of people. And she said she was going to double their money and whatnot and the whole nine yards. People brought money, or people came to the church expecting that to happen for some reason. And a lot of people lost their money, whatnot. It was a big old story. People were complaining online and whatnot. You would have thought that thing passed because it was about 2 years ago from the time when I'm speaking right now. It blew over, but the police had said that they were investigating the situation. So it sounded like, okay, they probably just forgot about it and focused on other things. Police did not forget about it. Police didn't just shrug it to the side. Police didn't just focus on something else. Police really were still on her case concerning that thing. They investigated it further, and they probably found witnesses of people that lost money in the whole thing. And finally, this year, a few days back, this lady was sentenced to 15 years for scammy behavior, financial fraud. That's one. Now remember, the subject matter is what? A person who has no sense of danger. I'll come back to that. This takes me to this video of this lady who went to the Durban July event. Durban July, for those that don't know, it's like a whole horse racing type of a thing where they go to Durban and it's like a whole big party, basically. It's like parties after parties. So there's a tendency that every single time this event happens, someone, it's either stranded or they come back with a strange experience or silly something. Some time ago, I think it was last year, there was a girl that went there and she said the guy that she was with was possibly toilarisharing and whatnot and all those kind of things, the way he was just tossing money her way and whatnot. And she said she came back with weird experiences. He had funny dreams and whatnot. What you expect. Then the previous year, there was a girl that said that she went with her friends and they did whatnot, and the internet bashed her completely. It was all over the place. So every single year, and then the year before that, that's the year of the veto, the Mercedes Benz, get out of my car, whatnot. They were going to an event, and this guy wanted to take out this girl out of the car. She didn't want to go. So basically, every single year there is a drama concerning a woman, man, what, every single year. So this story comes off of the back of that.
Morning, guys. Kemo Durban, some lodge. I came with some guy from Mpumalanga with bank. We came for Durban July, and then Mabane, after parties and whatnot, we had an argument, and then guy decided to leave Kamasa without saying he's leaving me behind. So now check out time. The room service comes, but what's happening? Why are you not checking out? Then I tell them, no, he has to check out, but he checked out, guys. Like I'm here, I'm stranded. I've been crying since morning for help, but no one is helping. So lift. I'm not asking for any money. All I'm asking for is lift. I don't have any money. Lift. Lift. Even if it's Joburg, I'll go make plans in Joburg. Even if it's in Mpumalanga, I'll go make plans that side. Yeah. So please, 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 if anyone sees this and they're still around around Durban, I'll really appreciate if like Antusha.
So according to this young lady's story, she went to this event with this person she doesn't know. Possibly that the person just met her online or saw her online and said, hey, do you want to come with? And in exchange, it's pleasantries and whatnot. They had a fight. This is the key out of the whole story. They had a fight, an argument, and when they had this argument, the guy checked out without her. He said, oh, okay, you think you're gonna play smart with me. So the guy left her. And she went from Limpopo, Mpumalanga, down to Durban without having a single cent. Like, even if I'm going with someone, I'm going to try and have something in order for me, if anything happens, I can back myself. Okay, if they just give her a lift. She was looking for a lift. Madam, it was a lift that got you in trouble. And you are still looking for a lift. First of all, that's number one. Lift to Durban July got her in trouble. She's still looking for another lift. We know family, husband, wife, sister, brother, friends. I'm talking about the legit ones. And so you see, these people, we have a bond with these people. Okay? Whether it be friends or whatnot. So we have a bond with these people. We share in the same things that we joy about. We either born in the same family, we grew up in the same area, whatever it is. There is an area where we bonded, either be in school or or work. Could be from anywhere. But because we bond through these periods, this creates a need of responsibility to the next person. So you see, unlike a stranger who I don't know, if I have an argument with a stranger, I don't feel, just in general, so I'm not talking about this is how a person should be. If there's an argument that starts between me and a stranger, I don't feel obligated to make sure that they are okay. But if it's a friend, it's someone I have a bond with, we've been together for a very long time, to be a friend, sister, what, it doesn't matter. Because there's that bond, I have a need to sort that out. Why? Because of the bond that we share. Why do you think that's not the case with a person I don't know? Because there isn't a bond. There isn't a place where we have built anything for us to feel like we have to resolve anything. That's why the person left you. Now, that very same person who does not feel the need to resolve anything, that's the same kind of a person that y'all be out there sleeping with. They call them, whether you call them one night stands or whatever you call them, and all those type of things. This is why not to do those things. in case you are that type of a person, listen to me. The reason why we don't do those things is because we haven't built a bond between us that allows us to feel responsible for the next person. With a friend, I have a bond by which I have a responsibility that this relationship is beneficial, it's good, it cares for their direction in life. I have that desire that they do well. Now, when you build that off of just sex, there's nothing that builds a bond. But either ways, just explaining why did they leave you. They left you because there is nothing that you guys bond in. The lady in the first story, the prophetess, we warned years and years. People warned her. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know nothing about church. What are you doing? You went from being a sangoma, a juju person, all the way to the pulpit. What's wrong with you? Stop it. It's weird. You're teaching funny, weird things. Why? Because she does not have a sense of danger. Guess what she did? She went on and continued on until she walked herself into a sentencing of 15 years. Why? No sense of danger. So even when people warn, there's nothing you get me? She doesn't have it. There's no consequences in her head. Why? Because second lady, she was willing for whatever to happen between her and thingy. Go with a stranger, endanger herself, go all the way with someone you don't know. You get into fights and you wonder why. You get into fights with someone you don't know, who you are dependent on. When you were leaving your house, these questions never arose. Subject matters like hell and whatnot and all these things. These things they would dismiss. Why? Because they do not have a sense of danger. They don't see anything. They don't see anything coming up. There's no red flags to them. Nothing. So when you speak concerning the subject matter of, hey, you know what? This life ends with us having to answer before God. But because general revelation, which is what we call it, when you read Romans chapter number 1, general revelation tells you that there is a sense in humankind that allows you to see God within creation. And so even at that, and even when people are looking for something, they'll be looking for a job, they might not be a Christian or anything, but when they're looking for a job or stranded or whatnot, they're like, yo, I hope God helps me. At that moment, they realize that they need a supernatural hand to assist them out of the mess that they put themselves in. We recognize God in those situations, but we do not recognize God in it. Why? No sense of danger. Like lack of sense of danger. So I thought this was very important for us to have a conversation about, because in many people's lives, they just don't realize. You just don't have a good sense of danger. So you can't, no matter what happens, that a cause of concern? It's a reality show, daily Christian commentary videos. You might be talking to someone and you're listening to them, and you might be able to realize this thing in them. It's good to warn. Hey, you seem to have a very lapsed view of danger.